Mr. Adams, how are you?
All right, yourself?
I'm fine.
I have with me my resume also.
Okay, thank you. I have a copy of it. Hold on. I just have a couple of questions for you. My first question, Mr. Adams, is can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm a loyal, trustworthy person. I'm honest, and I do whatever to get the job done, whatever it takes to get the job done.
Okay, would you describe yourself as being a dependable worker?
Dependable worker, yes, I'm very dependable.
Okay, describe to me what a dependable worker is.
Showing up on time to work, doing a job accordingly, trustworthy, loyal, honest.
Okay, reliable is very good. Tell me how you deal with stress.
Stress.
You can just provide an example of a stressful situation you have found yourself in and what you did to relieve that stress.
Stress. I tend to like take a breather. I tend to not let it get to me as much as other people might do, or get stressed and they don't know what to do. I try to think before I handle my situation with stress most of the time. So, situation that I've been in,
It could be at home, at work, just a situation in which you were stressful, but you found a way to relieve that stress.
I would have to say, while I was in school, attending Everest, just with the papers, with working, I had to maintain my time and get assignments done, handle it accordingly, and so I would have to say about with that.
Okay, and were your assignments handed in on time?
Yeah, even though it was stressful, I got it done.
Okay, tell me something you really like about yourself.
I'm dedicated. I'm a hard worker. I think that motivates me to. Certain things motivate me to get the job done.
Okay, you're dedicated, and by you saying dedicated, does that mean you're, what made you choose that trait, that example, dedication?
I think that it really shows character in a person, being dedicated. It shows something that you love to do, and once somebody sees you dedicated, they're going to want to put more into you if you give more to them.
Yes, yes, especially here in this department. If you have a disagreement with a coworker, how would you handle it?
I would try to resolve the situation, try to come to some kind of agreement, or be level on the same situation with them. If that didn't work out, then we would just have to continue the job, do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Well, you do know that in this employment there is a higher position, so if you and a coworker ever get in a disagreement and you cannot handle it, you can always go up to your manager or the next person in charge to talk it out with.
All right.
Okay, realizing that expertise comes with hands-on experience, what measures will you take to familiarize yourself with the department culture as well as the work?
I would, every new job I start, this is what I usually do. I read the policies, the procedures, and the guidelines, the handbook that they give you.
Oh, that's
go
great.
over 'em, and
Ours is quite thick, but we'll talk about that if you're the hired individual, but this is our policy book.
Okay.
So you do take the time out to read this policy?
Yes, and I ask questions along the way and see how people handle stuff, see how they do it as I go on along the way.
Yes, just as I said, in our handbook, it does familiarize you with this department and how it is ran here, and how we would like our probation officers to be with each and every ex-inmate.
Okay.
Okay, describe to me how would you make a significant contribution to this position?
Well, me just getting out of school and grasping my associates, getting my associate's degree, I have the knowledge, the the book work, the knowledge to do it or whatever, but.
Okay. Oh, you can go home, I'm just writing down a few notes.
Well,
that's
yeah,
all.
I have the knowledge from me going to school, like I said, so that gives me a heads up as to what it pertains to, what I have to do in this job field.
Okay, all right. And how would you describe your work style?
My work style. I tend to be laid back, but at the same time, I get the job done. I work hard in whatever I do. Persistent.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, that's it with all the questions that I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. What's the next step in the hiring process?
Well, what we do is after talking with me, I'll discuss this with, just as I mentioned earlier, the hire at the next level. I'll discuss this with my manager and all the interviewees that I have today,
Mhm.
and we'll pick from there who is the best individual for the position.
Okay.
And we'll let you know either way. We'll give you a call back sometime this week to let you know.
All right. And I have one more question for you also. What type of employer are you looking for?
Well, one thing that we are looking for in this probation officer's position, we're looking for a dependable individual. You're working with individuals who were once incarcerated,
Mhm.
who are now home into the free world, and they're not as resistant as they once were, but we just want to get them back into the working field.
Okay.
And we just need someone that's dependable, someone that's reliable, someone they can talk to.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Mr. Adams, but thank you very much, and either way, again, I will be calling you
All right.
back.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, no problem. You have a nice day.
You too.
All right.